All right, guys, let's break down SoFi here as we had a pretty bad red day across the board. The Russell went down 4%. We had the NASDAQ down 1.6, S&P down 1.4. Same with the Dow, as we had the VIX up, get this, guys, over 13%. Yeah, pretty rough day overall today. Again, red across the board. So we're going to break down SoFi in this video, the charts, the indexes. You guys know the drill. So hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. And guys, don't forget to get up to 15 stocks for Moomoo, each up to $2,000. And there's a bunch of other perks by using that link down below or by going to stocksurfs.com/Moomoo. We'll talk more about that later. And with that being said, let's dive into it. So again, red day all across the board, so it's not a surprise that SoFi had a red day as well. SoFi went down 3.7% on the day. It went down, let's see, 31 cents, and it closed at $8.02 on the day. And you guys can see a lot of the red came in the pre-market right at about, let's see here, 8:30 a.m. when the CPI data came out, which we covered in my video from earlier today. Make sure you guys go check it out. So it was at about, let's see, $8.30. Funny enough, at 8:30 a.m. on the East Coast. And then once the CPI data came out, boom, we dumped all the way down to $7.77. Then we saw a nice rally to about 8.20. We failed to break out of the pre-market high, and then we sold off from around 1:30 p.m. all the way down to about, let's see, or really, all the way till close, which we sold off from, let's see, 8.20 to about $8 heading into close. So you guys can see clearly throughout the day today on the intraday, we did make, and honestly, heading back to, or stemming back from yesterday, we've been making lower highs on SoFi, right? Yesterday we hit 850, we hit this 830 in the pre-market today. Then again, intraday today, pretty much in the middle of the day, we hit 820. So you guys notice all these lower highs that are being put in here, which is not the best sign overall for SoFi in the short term. And here on the 5-day, 5-minute chart, you guys can see that even better, right? All those lower highs. And you notice a death cross on this time frame where we do have the 50 SMA crossing under the 180 SMA. And you can see from 777, which was the low from this morning, from 850 rather, to 777, that was a drop of around 8.5%. So SoFi almost got in correction territory from yesterday this morning. We almost got there, almost 10% of a drop there, which goes to show how volatile this stock is. And mind you, on this 10-day chart, you can see we're still holding an uptrend, right? You guys can see if I take out the circle tool, you can see here, higher lows have been made, 745. You got one here at 750. You got one here at 760, right? Another one right here, boom. You got some right here. So you could argue that we're still holding an uptrend. So I guess you can say we kind of have a wedge. That's kind of what I'm looking at here on the 10-day, 30-minute chart on SoFi, right? We have higher lows being made, but we also have those lower highs that we're noticing on the intraday chart that we talked about, a couple of minutes ago, right? So SoFi on the 10-day chart, it's looking like we have to pick direction, right? We're kind of sandwiched between these moving averages. We're in this wedge, and you guys can see that as well here on the 20-day chart, which, mind you, on this time frame, we do have a golden cross, which is good for the bulls, but still, we have to pick direction, ideally for the bulls. It'd be ideal if we broke above 850 to 875. That'd be huge, of course, into the nines, but time will tell. Obviously, we're still lacking that overall direction. And here on the 4-hour chart, you already know this because I've mentioned it time and time again here on the YouTube channel, guys, but we also have an overarching wedge on this time frame. You guys can see here we have higher lows, lower highs, and we're kind of squeezing deeper into that. And we also arguably have a head and shoulders right here, which we've also covered, which honestly is still intact as of right now. You guys can see the left shoulder, the head, the right shoulder. So for the bulls to really gain an edge here, again, it comes down to direction, and we have to break above $9. That'd be the big spot $8.50 to $9, preferably above 9. From there, we could see a breakout on SoFi or in SoFi stock, in my opinion. And you guys know, full disclosure, I'm still long. I'm holding on. I'm not selling. I haven't bought any more over the past couple of days, but I'm just holding on to the position that I've built over the past couple of months, and I'm not planning on selling anytime soon. So yeah, that's a quick breakdown here, guys. Still kind of waiting. The theme here is we're still kind of waiting for that direction. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. And to be honest, I'm surprised SoFi only went down 3.7% today, considering how big of a red day it was. I wouldn't have been surprised if it went down, 6 or 7 or 8% on the day, considering how bad today was. Well, I guess it was. At one point, I guess it was down around 6%. So from 830, it got all the way down to 777. So I guess that was a little bit over 6%. But overall, guys, we got out of today with only a 3.7% red day, which did better. That was better than the Russell's 4% red day, which is pretty good. So yeah, that might, that goes to show that this might be not at a bottom, but, it's beaten down enough already to the point where even on a nasty red day, people are not selling out of SoFi too much, guys. It's holding the mid-high 7s, low 8s pretty nicely. We'll see if that continues. So let me see these indexes very quickly. And actually, wait, before we do that, guys, do not forget to get your free stocks from Moomoo. Quick plug here, up to 15 stocks, each up to $2,000. All you guys have to do is use that link down below or go to stocksurfest.com/Moomoo. Once you open up your account and fund it with at least $100, you get 5 stocks, and fund it with at least $1,000 on top of those 5 stocks, you get 10 more stocks, totaling 15 stocks. And by the way, each of those could be valued up to $2,000. So what are you waiting for? The clock's ticking. Use that link down below. And with that being said, cheers. Yes, you guys see this right here. This is one of those drinks from Pepsi. You guys know the hot dog, the $1.50 hot dog. Well, your boy Stas just got one of those about 2 hours ago, and I got a Diet Pepsi, so cheers, by the way, guys. And get those stocks down below, and let's continue on here for a little bit with these indexes, which, again, the Russell led the way by a mile, man, down 4%, and now it's looking pretty clear that we put in a lower high here on the Russell. You guys can see we hit 2070, then we just hit 2045, 2050. It looks like that was yesterday. Now we're starting to break down. So if the Russell does start moving under, let's say, excuse me, guys, around 1920, which I guess we're still 40 points above that. But let's say we start going under 1920, which was the low from earlier in February. Let's say we break under the low from the middle of last month being 1900-ish. That's where the bears could start coming in, although we're not really seeing that happening quite yet. But that's kind of what I'm watching here on the downside when it comes to the Russell. And on the S&P, let me pull up SPY. To be honest, guys, this looks like a really healthy pullback. Anywhere from 485, 490, if it were to get to that point, that'd be a spot where I could see maybe the uptrend continuing. Maybe this could be a continuation play. So SPY is coming down a bit. It's very healthy. And like I said in my last video, talking about the CPI data from January, it's almost like the stock market was waiting for a reason, or, it wanted a reason to sell off. And we got that reason today. And we're starting to come down, and the charts are looking healthier than ever. On these 4-hour time frames. So triple Q's now down to 428. So we're down about $11 from the all-time high, which is nice. It looks like we're coming right back down to that 180 SMA on the 4-hour chart, being at about 418. And the Dow Jones, guys, let's see here. Dow Jones is, where's it at? 38,200. So this is also pulling back. And to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if the Dow were to kind of nestle its way in here towards 37 to about 37.5. That could be an interesting spot for the Dow, right by the 180 SMA on the 4-hour chart. So, yeah, what do you guys think about SoFi, these indexes, the stock market? Let me know down below in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe here on YouTube. We're trying to get to 50,000 subs this year. I think it's possible, but I guess it wouldn't be possible without you guys. So I appreciate you all for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe. Follow me on X and on TikTok, link down below. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you guys later.